Hey guys, this is part 2 of Close Air Support with the 439th. I'm going to go over target acquisition, IFF, Identify Friend Foe, and weapon systems. Even though we are in a specific aircraft right now, and the weapon systems do vary, I will go over some of those different applications of what we got. Now, first thing you're going to notice here is the 11 Alpha 1 indicator that we've got. I'm in a editor, so that's why that's showing up in ACE. It'll show up in game if you allow it to, but I usually put modules on any of my maps that disable that, so you won't be able to just look on the map and say, oh, well, my guys are over here and they're getting shot at from over here, so I might as well just go over. Generally speaking, is they would have to go onto their map. Let me go ahead and get this figured out. They'd have to go on their map, put it in an indicator of where they are on the map and where the enemy is in relation to them, and that goes into infantry tactics on finding out where you are on the map and so on and so forth, but that's their job. You don't have to worry about that. So per se, we have someone in the Jolan district over here, and they are here. Why not? And they're getting shot from down the street. So let's say they're getting shot from over here, maybe. I'm going to go ahead and indicate this differently on my own will. Friendlies versus enemies. Now, most people would look at this as an impossible task. How am I going to know there's so many different streets? That's why I used Fallujah, because it's actually the best example that I could think of to try and figure out, or try and demonstrate how you figure out friendly versus foe, or foe versus a whole bunch of empty houses. Always remember, just side note, remember to keep an eye on your altitude and bearing. Keep that right close at hand wherever you're working. And you can also keep your compass on hand, just to make sure if you see it veering off like mine is right now. It's minor, I'm not worried about it, but it'll just help you. Make sure that your bearing's not shaking off too much and that your altitude's not going up too much. Anyways, it's a similar style when you're in flying close air support as it is in infantry. Use the surroundings. I know that there's a gap over here that's going to be very noticeable from the air, and I know it's just in front of the train station. Actually, if I look at the train station when I'm coming in from the north, I will see the train station, the road, a main road, and it's just off the left-hand side of that main road, and they're getting shot from somewhere over here. I might not be able to indicate all of these roads, but I can do a sweep run if I wanted to, or I can go way up high and indicate these 3 different offshoots versus this main road, because I'll see the main road, 3 offshoots, and then another one, and it's on the 3rd offshoot, just from the train station. So using that, I'm going to recorrect myself now. Using that, I can basically figure out where the hostiles are at from just looking at the map. Now, a nifty little trick that we've got here is to press right Control M, which will bring up a mini-map. I'm going to go ahead and head 193 to get southbound a little bit. And make sure I don't get too much altitude. Oh, screw it. Let's go. Let's actually gain some altitude, because I'm going to do a dive bomb instead of a sweep run. But using your surroundings, you can actually try and memorize the map before you even see it. I'm going to know that I'll be seeing all this from reverse, first of all, but I'll see the train station off to my right, because I'll be facing this way. I will see this main road, which is the closest to the train station, the gap off to the left-hand side, and the 3rd offshoot. It's right there. That's where they're getting shot at from. Now, they might not know that's exactly where they are, so I'm just going to light the whole area up and call danger close, because shrapnel could travel down the street, or I could, veer off. They might be closer than they say. Any number of things could happen. Now, I'm getting pretty close here, so I'm going to go ahead and acquire my target. Basically, what you want to do is keep a close eye on your GPS on the right side. Watch your altitude and pull straight down. I'm going to make a quick pass. I see the main road. I see the offshoots. I did a gun run on 2 offshoots to make sure that I hit the enemy, and I'm pulling up. And right now, something I forgot, because this isn't a hostile zone, I'm not that worried about AA fire, but I'm demonstrating it right now. Whenever you go underneath that 2 kilometer mark on your ASL, pop some flares just to be safe. I mean, you only get one life in the big games, why waste it? Pop some flares, make sure that you're safe, and then pull out. Now I've engaged the target. Friendly forces are taken care of, and there you go. Everything's taken care of. Hey guys, I just rectified a couple issues that I've been having. I started a new game here because I've been having a couple issues with my mic, you know, the pat thing. And I know that must be pissing some people off, so I figured I'd fix that real quick. And I know what you guys were thinking about that last gun run I did. Probably wasn't the most effective. I probably could have done a little bit more damage to the target, maybe dropped a bomb on him, a couple missiles. You know, that gun run was a little bit weak. But I just wanted to prove that you could successfully find and engage the target just by what you know from the air. I mean, even now, I can see the train station. I can fly overhead. There's the targets I was shooting at. Just by memorizing that spot and knowing the train station, the main road, and the 3 offshoots that I was looking at, it's pretty easy to see. I probably could have done a lot more damage. There it is. But I just wanted to do a real quick demonstration on why we always make sure we know where our friendlies are. Per se, if my friendlies are way down range and I'm shooting at a target here, I might not want to use guns because of this particular problem. And I just want to point out, my beautiful, lovely Harrier that I love to fly doesn't have this problem. Oh, those are actually rockets. Hey, see that? Ricochet. Probably not the biggest problem when you're really, really low. You get some altitude and you shoot down, and you start seeing that ricochet fly out, like that one. I don't know if you guys caught that. If you start seeing that ricochet shoot outwards, if your friendlies are out in that area, you could actually hit them. And this has happened to me in a game with Nox, if I'm not mistaken, where I was engaging a target and that ricochet, as you can see there, flew out and hit him way down range. Said, "Oh man, I just blew up. What happened? I don't know. Something killed me." We both looked at the map and saw it was friendly fire. So always make sure, per se, if that palm tree that my fire reticle's on right now is friendly and I'm shooting here, you can see I'm actually shooting at my friendlies without even meaning to. That's just one thing that you really want to make sure when you're flying the A-10. Or actually any of these aircrafts that have ricochet. I believe some of the attack helos have that issue too. Regardless, I wanted to... Let's check my speed here real quick, because that's not a safe... There we go. Now you'll see I'm going over against standard operating procedures here when I was demonstrating that ricochet way below my average ASL. But let's continue on and do another quick gun run on a random target here. That's too easy. Let's change that. Oh, hell with it. Let's do it over here, because I'm thinking this will be kind of difficult. So that's where the enemies are at, and we'll put our friendlies somewhere where they can see it. So our friendlies are a little bit exposed. They're right... Come on, flag. Here we go. There we go. Flag. So that's the hostiles. That's the friendly forces, and I'm lining myself up right now without even meaning to on the right side. Now if you see, I'm actually dropping my altitude quite significantly, so I want to bring this up a bit. But what I'm going to do is prove one nice little thing about the angle of attack is if I attack this from the other way, I wouldn't be able to use guns. But if I attack it from this way, it can actually provide, number one, quite an amazing air show for our guys, but number two, an effective form of fire to ensure that I don't injure any of my my friendly forces. Now if I was dropping bombs, it would be a completely different story, because I might underdrop my bombs and destroy my friendly forces. Now, if you guys are noticing, one thing I didn't do is call out, oh, well, why isn't he, you know, showing us what to look at, what to look for, and how to recognize this target. Well, I've already done this. Main road, right near the Nazal Old City, big gap, cross shoot, and factory level right behind it, right there. Quick and easy, already taken care of. Now all you need to do is right Control M, set yourself up. My bearing is going to be about 179er. I'm going to do a sweep run on this target, considering my friendlies are going to be off to the left and will be right out of the way. Factory level, main road right behind it, sweep runs. I shot a little bit to the right of that target there. I want to go back around and do that again. And here's where one of our maneuvers that I'm going to go over here in a little bit comes in handy. We can pull down. I can do full rocket fire, slap it with some hydras, and ask for, you know, sigils on target. Did I actually hit the target? You know, is the target destroyed? You know, request for confirmation. And if not, I mean, hey, I've got cluster bombs, so I can. Oh, well, Lesson's actually got GBU 12, so never mind. I got GBU 12, so I can still take care of it. But yeah, that's just another example of, you know, the two basic things that you need to have when you're providing CAS is they need to be able to provide, you know, where they're at, you know, basically where they're located and where the enemy's located. If they have GPS or even if they have smoke, and in which case I'd need a partner to do, you know, to help me out with that. But smoke's basically the same way. Say the smoke was that building right there. Friendly's saying it's just north of it. Well, north is this way, so I'd have to shoot over here. You know, do a quick gun run on the area and then bug out. Very, very basic. And I'll go over that in the training as well. Moving on from that, I just wanted to make sure that that part was taken care of. I've already recorded this part of it once. The only other part that I was missing is something I meant to put in the very first video. Is if you guys look at the very top of the screen, I'm trying to make it black out right there. We see all those numbers flashing up top, the green, where it says 182 right now. You can see my altitude, my ASL, my speed, and my direction, my bearing. That is something I failed to mention because it just seems so redundant to me, but it's just very important that you guys understand all of those different symbols. You know, north is 360, east is 090, west is 270, and south is 180, and all the variations in between. Your speed is done in kilometers per hour. Altitude is in meters. ASL is altitude to sea level. I believe I already went over that. Just like I said, I never want to let anything go unsaid, and I should have done that in the first video. But without further ado, let's move on to part 3, maneuverability, and let's get myself into one of my favorite aircrafts.